Howdy folks, hope y'all are doing okay today. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what I've been yapping about, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to know when new videos go up. I try to record every day that I go into work, but it just doesn't always happen. So yesterday I had something interesting happen that actually ties into one of the previous podcasts that I did. Previous podcast was basically just about, hey, sometimes you might not feel up to it, sometimes you might have things that you'd rather do, but just show up to work. And yesterday I didn't go to work, but I had a good reason. I had left for work on time, got up there, I was within a mile of my job, and I got a phone call. Now, one thing you got to understand, at my work, you get, I want to say it's 8 days a year that you can call in and not get in any trouble. Well, I try not to get anywhere close to maxing out on that because I've got, family and just things happen. So anyway, get a phone call. I'm maybe a mile from work. I was a little hungry, so I'm picking up a quick snack before I head in. And it's my mother. And she says, hey, your wife just called, and all I know is that she is getting loaded in the back of an ambulance heading to a hospital. I don't know which one. I'm like, I'm off the phone with you. I'm going to call her and find some stuff out. So I call my wife. I find out what's going on. She's had a heart condition since she was late teens, early 20s. And it's nothing overly serious. It's managed with low doses of heart medication. But it's something that is always, when stuff like this happens, it's always a little concerning. And her sister has a more serious heart defect, and her dad is like an expert at having heart attacks. So, anyway, call my wife, find out where she's going. I get stuff taken care of at work where I can not show up because I'm not going to go to work while my wife's in the ER. Go to the hospital, and she works in a medical freezer sometimes, and the temperatures in that get really low. Negative 10, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So anyway, she explained everything to the EMTs and the doctors. They did a EKG, a chest x-ray, they did blood labs and a urinalysis, and thankfully she didn't have a heart attack. She had vascular spasms that were brought on by cold, and with her heart problem, that's kind of what set everything off where she was having chest pains. So I went through all that to say that depending on who your supervisor is at my job, which in order to manage, call it 2,000 people a shift, they have a lot of supervisors. And then supervisors over them and supervisors over them, and on and on and on it goes. Well, anyway, some supervisors, they see that you're not an attendance problem, that you're not a production problem, that you show up, you do your job, you don't cause them headaches. They will work with you in situations like this, and gotten into any of my unexcused absences, so to speak. And I've had my share of call-ins, but I've always been able to play it by the book and stay out of attendance trouble. So, sure, I'd like them to cover me just in case something else happens and I have a jerk come in and they don't want to take care of that issue for me, or they don't want to work with me. But I'm not worried about it either way, because I end up getting personal days in 5 more months, and I don't foresee a bunch of stuff happening, and at the rate that I've been calling in, I'll be fine. So it's just one of those things that it was, well, last night I was pretty scared because I don't know if I'm gonna, you know, go to the hospital and pick her up in a few hours, which is basically what happened. We were there for quite a while, but they were busy with COVID stuff. So while we were there for a while, it wasn't anything intense. They didn't have to perform any drastic life-saving measures like the paddle or a shot right into the heart, or it was very straightforward. It would have been just as interesting an ER visit, or just as traumatic an ER visit, if she had broke her leg at work. You know, a little bit of anxiety going in, and things calm down once you realize what all's going on. So, like I said, nothing